everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about Neeza Powers and what's been going on with him. As a preface, Neeza, if you were watching this, I will not slander you. I will not be a horrible person. I will give you solutions. I will give you knowledge, and I will try to help you with your situation. I'm not here to spread hate. I'm not here to be antagonizing. I'm here to help. And I'm also here to have other people understand what is happening, and so they aren't getting their sources from a total horrible person, because a lot of people are saying really bad stuff about Neeza online. So for this video, I will be referring to Neeza as Neeza, not Nicole. I will be using he, him, just so that way we all are on the same page. Alright? So, who is Neeza Powers? Neeza Powers is a baby Christian. He was a woman. He was living as a transgender woman for about 10 years or so. I'm not sure on the exact years, but it's about 10 years. And then, about 8 months ago, Neeza had an encounter with God, where God spoke to him and said, I want her. Neeza then tried to retransition. So, Neeza documented his journey on social media. Day 1 of being Christian, day 2, day 200, etc., etc., right? So, I've been watching Neeza's videos since about day 50. And then Neeza then became a catechumen and started OCIA to enter into the Catholic Church at Easter. He did not enter into the Catholic Church on Easter. His baptism date was delayed until July, or somewhere around that time, I do believe. And then a few days ago, Neeza started posting this. Neeza posted a image of him veiling with makeup, and the image says, I didn't want to share this, but this is my public confession. For the past month, I've been showing up to Mass like this. The church didn't turn me away. God didn't tell me to go home. I still feel guilt. I hate that I'm this way because I still struggle with the perfect design that God made me a man. Lord, forgive me and make me more like you. Alright. Neeza then deleted that off of social media. He posted another image, and this time he said, I have never felt more comfortable going to Mass. As a woman, that's the only time I feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable anyway, and veiling and wearing makeup made me feel comfortable. Neeza then posted this video.
Pain told me everybody smiling ain't for me, and everybody clapping ain't proud to see me win. Pain taught me some doors gotta close in my face, so better things can finally let me in. Pain taught me stop begging folks to understand.
And he posted this video. I cut off the first second. Sorry about that. But it says, I'm not sure if my priest agrees with how I am dressing now.
If my priest agrees with how I represent myself in the world now, I couldn't hate myself any longer. The self-loathing I've had for the last 8 months has been excruciating. And I know you're thinking that's just your sin talking, but it's not. This is me talking, and I have a hard time understanding how what I look like and what I wear is a sin in the eyes of God. I don't think it is. I think that me following the greatest commandment to love the Lord with all of your heart is more important. I think that God looks at the heart while people look at the outward. I believe in the Holy Scriptures. I believe in the Lord Jesus. My heart is better to serve him without hating myself.
These reels started off, these videos, they started off as being off his account, but on his account, right? So, if you went on Instagram and looked at his account, you could not find these videos. They were posted, but they were posted to where you cannot go onto his account and find them from his account. You'd have to find them from somewhere else. So Neeza was hiding them, which did not make a lot of sense. But then Neeza did go public with all of these reels, and you can now find them on his account. We need to understand Neeza has valid concerns and opinions. Just because he says something and you don't agree with it doesn't mean it's invalid. Neeza hating himself is not invalid. That you should never say, yeah, well, either you don't hate yourself or, like, you're just doing it wrong, like, figure it out. No, we need to meet Neeza with love and kindness. To address this video, this is not what Christians are telling you. It's not just something that, it's not some man-made Christian tradition. It is the biological fact you are a man. You were made in the image of God and in the form of a man. Your biology is that of a man. And God, who made you this way, wants you to stay that way. So here's why he wants you to do that. So you are familiar with this verse from Deuteronomy. So I'm not going to outline all the reasons why I disagree with this. I'm going to address your points. God looks on the inside. That's true. But there's a video I will show later where you admit that you were cherry picking this verse. The verse is in the context of David being picked to be anointed king. And Samuel looks at all his brothers, and his brothers look like they could be king. They have the stature of a king. They're strong, they're powerful, but David is not. He is a weak, tiny little shepherd boy. And he's not impressive at all. So the context of that verse is that David is a man after God's own heart. He is a good king, and it doesn't matter what he looks like on the outside. This cannot be applied to being trans. God does care about your biology, and he cares about what you're representing as. This is because God did not make us meat sacks. He made us a soul and a body. Our soul and a body intertwine in this beautiful masterpiece, this work of art. Our human flesh is real and our soul is real, and they are combined together until we part. We are meant to be what God gave us. I cannot change my underlying body. I cannot do that because I am the body God gave me. Now, I can change aspects. I can cut my hair, I can get tattoos, but that doesn't change the body that I have, right? It's hard to hear that Neeza loathe himself. No one should want you to hate yourself. And I don't want Neeza to hate himself. But being Nicole is not going to make it any better. If Neeza hates himself, I truly do believe it's not that he hates Neeza, and it's not that he loves Nicole. It's that he hates the person he is. It doesn't matter what gender he is. It doesn't matter what. He hates something about himself. I'm not Neeza. I cannot tell you. So Neeza, if you're watching this, I need you to self-reflect on what you hate. Because hating a gender is not, it doesn't make sense. And if you do hate your gender, then you're still hating yourself because you are your gender. So you need to unravel that. And I really do hope you find a therapist. I'm not saying you're mentally unwell. I'm saying that if you have this disconnect with your body, because you do, you have this disconnect that you want to be something that you're not, and you are this one thing, right? So through this disconnect, there's tension, there's horror. It's bad. But you need to find why you have that disconnect, and you need to heal it. And I assure you, through the grace of God, you will. I know these 8 months have been hell for you, but through the grace of God and through psychology, you can fix this. You don't need to hate yourself. No one wants you to hate yourself. I don't. So I need you to self-reflect. I need you to find a therapist, and I need you to pursue God. That's what I need you to do. God always takes you as you are. He takes you as you are, but he does not want you to stay as you are. He said to the prostitute woman who was going to be stoned, and he drew in the sand, he said, "Go and sin no more." He did not say go, he said, "And sin no more." Neeza, I'm sure you know all the arguments, everything inside and out, why you shouldn't be trans. And I know this is an inside battle. It's definitely not an intellectual battle. Through what I can tell, it is an emotional battle, and that's fine. You're allowed to have emotions. We all do. Neeza needs to find a solution. He needs to talk with his priest. He needs to talk with other people. But the most vital thing is Neeza needs to get offline. I know it's hard for Neeza because he's been online for over 8 months. And he's connected with so many people. So many people, right? And his life has become social media, right? He shared his deepest vulnerabilities with social media. But it's not helping. Having thousands of people, hundreds of thousands screaming at you, it's not going to help. Social media is absolutely the devil's tool. And it will not help you to be on there. You just need to delete everything. Absolutely everything. Just get rid of it all and focus on real life. Focus on the people that matter. Focus on God. God, number one. That is what you need to focus on. Then focus on yourself. Focus on people. You need to find yourself. And that does not need to be displayed on social media. I don't care how many people follow your journey, how many people love you. They do not have the right to be in your life. They do not have the right to see inside you. What you post on social media is not their right to see. What you deal with in real life is not anyone's right to see. And it just doesn't help. And I'm going to talk about all the horrible Christians that have responded to this situation later. They're not helping. They're not doing anything. Absolutely nothing at all. So, what I think is happening is Neeza is relapsing into his old self. And that's fine. In the sense that we can't expect Neeza to be perfect. It's unfair. I cannot go and say, hey, I'm trying to get away from this sin. And then fall back into it and have them be like, you're a horrible person. You're a horrible person, Claire. How dare you do that? You've betrayed us all. You're murdering God. You're a horrible person. We're humans. We need to understand that we will fall, but we should strive not to fall. So, anyone who's being horrible to Neeza needs to shut up. Neeza needs to fix. Neeza needs to work on himself. And I'm going to pray for you every single day, Neeza. Absolutely. And I know other people are praying for you. Your fan base does not hate you. They want what's best for you. Even though some of them just can't communicate it properly. So, now I'm going to start talking to my general audience, the public, and not Neeza. So, Christians are nasty. Christians online. They have not been nice to Neeza. And that's disgusting. I don't know what to say to people who are just horrible. So, that's them problem. They're going to be handled for that. So, as Christians, we need to focus on shutting up. You don't need to talk, right? Just because you have a platform, or if you don't have a platform, if you have somewhere to speak and you have an opinion that's not kind, shut up. Shut up. Alright? Your opinion does not need to be voiced to the world where someone who is struggling can hear it. Alright? You're being unkind. Not the audience. I hope my audience isn't being unkind. But I'm talking to those disgusting people who aren't. Alright? And it's a shame, because they're Catholic content creators I like. And they're being horrible people. So just, knock it off. Just stop. Right? You can stop, okay? Just shut up. If you have nothing nice to say nothing at all. It's not hard. Just shut your mouth. Alright? Other people who are kinder, such as myself, can talk about this. You, who are being unkind, have no place to speak. I'm being harsh, but it's what's needed. Right? If you are attacking a vulnerable man with everything you have because they're sinning, you need to reevaluate yourself. Alright? I'm gonna stop talking about this. And people are calling him fraud. Calling Neeza Powers a fraud. I don't think this is happening. I don't think Neeza's a fraud. And you wanna know why? Because if Neeza was in it for the money, Neeza would not have been Catholic. If Neeza was just trying to get money, trying to get fame, trying to get attention, Neeza would not have become Catholic, alright? His comment section are full of Protestants saying, how dare you become Catholic? You should be baptized right now. Stop listening to this priest. Catholics, yada, yada, yada. Full of anti-Catholic hate. If Neeza wanted to be powerful, wanted to be famous, he'd just be like, alright guys, I am going to be Protestant. Okay. And if Neeza was doing this to make Catholics think that Christians could be trans, he'd be failing miserably, right? Because his audience are all people who are watching him untransition, right? And for him to be like, hey guys, you can be trans and Christian. Trust me. No. Alright? So I do understand there is some righteous anger for what some content creators are saying, but you're presenting it very, very poorly. So, yeah. Neeza's not a fraud. He's not in it for the money. If he was, he'd be really bad at getting money. He landed one partnership. One. That I've seen. And guess what? It wasn't like a big money grabber or anything, right? And even if his videos got millions of views every time he posted, which they did not, they're gone now. He's not a fraud. And it's hard, if he was a fraud, to post content such as this.
Tremble at the name of Jesus every time.
Skin update, because I'm not completely healed yet. But since becoming a Christian and detransitioning and living in the image of God I was made as a man, I've come off of estrogen and experienced a lot of physical and emotional things. This is what my skin looks like. I feel like a failure. I'm praying every single day, Lord, make me whole again. Make me not regret the decisions in my life, but yet here I am still struggling with the results of my decisions. I'm sure you could tell from the last few posts, I've been slipping. I've worn makeup the last week. I tried to tell myself through cherry-picking Bible verses that I could be... I didn't realize until today how bad the enemy wants me. Oh, it has felt so good the last week thinking that I could have it all. I knew within the first month of being a Christian that I couldn't have it all. Christ revealed that to me. But I tried to say no. I tried to say 1 Samuel 16:7, people look at the outward, but the Lord looks at your heart. I tried to pick out every verse I could to say I could have it all. I could be this female, woman-esque version of myself and still be a good Christian. No, I can't. I am a man of God and things are changing. This year, things are changing. Why does the outward...
So, for Neeza to be that incredibly vulnerable, to bare his soul online, for it to be false and just be a fraud, I don't buy it. He went online to Rose's podcast and put that right here, whole description of that. And it adds up. His story makes sense. And it's sad that people could be this cruel to him. And it's sad that through their cruelty, he has this gender dysmorphia. And that sucks, alright? He's a fraud. And if you do, you don't have very sound backing. Like, just saying, I followed him for his detransitioning, and now he's, like, changing it up. You know, that's not, it's an actual person, right? Like, it's not great to, like, change your content. If you advertise yourself as a Catholic and then just switch, then that's no bueno, right? But Neeza's a person. It's not like it was a channel dedicated to detransitioners and then they swapped to supporting transgenderism. Neeza's a person, guys. Like, do you understand? He is a person. He's a person with feelings, emotions, thoughts. He is not a brand. We all just need to treat Neeza kindly. If Neeza does pursue to be a woman, we do not need to talk about it. We just need to walk away and pray. Alright? So, this is an inner battle for Neeza. This is his battle. We cannot fight his battle. You know what you can do? You can pray for Neeza. Alright? That's all you can do. Really? Honestly. Just shut up and pray. If you can make a video and you can do it politely, you can make good points, you can help Neeza, go ahead, fine. But encourage others to be kind, to respect Neeza, and to be a decent human being, right? So, just pray for Neeza. I hope he sees this video. I hope Neeza understands fully what God wants. And I'm going to pray for him. And you should too. Do not go comment. Do not just do anything. Just like pray. Alright? The world is full of people on social media screaming. The world is full of voices. You don't need to add to that yell. Alright? You don't. Because it's not going to help. Being a bad person is just going to turn Neeza off. And praying to God that Neeza finds his way to what God wants for him. That's great. That's going to have more power than all your screaming online. So, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.